Ops 6 is finally here, and it's brought along a whole bunch of new settings. The most important being the brand new Omni movement system. And in this new system, it allows you guys to run in all directions, forwards, backwards, and both sides. But not only can you run in all these directions, you can slide and dive as well. And you can combine these with mantling and to do all kinds of things to create with some unique ways to get around the map. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our settings. We'll come over here and head to controller, as this is the most important thing we are going to be talking about today. And as you can see right off the bat, we are rocking a 5.5 sensitivity. Last year, the key sensitivity was 6.6, but I do not want this new Omni movement to confuse you guys that you need to be running a high sense. You want this low sensitivity and abuse your aiming. Abuse that aim assist. You do not want to get sucked in to running 20/20 and having your gun swing all over the place, because this Omni movement will mess you up hard with that, especially with the running in all directions. Keep it on 5.5, abuse your aim assist, get used to aiming in and out, take advantage of all of that. Next thing, you want to make sure that all of these are off. Controller vibration is on. If you say anything about the comments about me liking vibration on for weird reasons, I like the massage on my hands. Thank you very much. Trigger effects I do have off, but I do want to keep in mind I do use a PlayStation dual edge sense, which has built-in effects. So if you want to have those on, that's up to you. Dead zone inputs, we're going to take a look at this. I have my left stick down to a 13. That way, the lower it is, the faster it responds. And then similar, right stick is 13, and for my triggers, I have those on 12, so I don't have to put as much weight down for those to go in there and, you know, react. Next, we're on to our aiming. Obviously a big standard whenever you're going to play Call of Duty. So when you look at our sensitivity multiplier, I do have my ADS sensitivity multiplier on 0.85 this year. As we are moving around a lot more, I want this to be slowed down, especially when we're diving and sliding and all that, shooting all that extra stuff. So I do have that down to 85. And then a new thing that's in here is focus. You can focus with all kinds of guns depending on what kind of class you are running. So I do have that dropped to a 95 as well. So another thing we have is a standard target aim assist. Obviously keep that on. Motion sensor behavior, leave this off. Motion sensor advanced settings, this is basically what you want to be rocking right here. I don't really have too much of this changed on here, but do not get in the tweaking this because it messes it up big time. Trust me, I've messed with it. On to movement, the thing that everyone is probably watching this video for, as it is the most exciting feature coming here. So you'll see this pretty sprint assist thing on here. Keep this off. Do not turn all this on. It's gonna completely mess you up. You want to have as complete control over all of your mobility, because it can get out of hand very, very fast. You also want to turn off these other assists. You do not want the game doing things for you. You want to be in complete control this year. Same thing with the automatic airborne mantle. You do not want that because there's a whole bunch of new animations. Slide/dive behavior. Now, last year, hybrid. This year, tap to slide, because you can hold to dive, and it feels very, very smooth this year. Unlike last year. Auto door peek off. Movement advanced settings. So basically copy it right here. The biggest thing that I did change is plunging underwater. So they have it factory on trigger. You want to look this on free, as it allows you to move around more out of the water. And as you saw the diving in the trailer, if you saw that, that'll allow you to get to that point. Vehicle advanced settings, this is just what it looks like right there. Not really that big of a video. We're playing multiplayer right now. Finally, combat. Aimed on sight behavior, have it on hold. If you have it on toggle, you are a menace to society and you should be locked up. ADS plus melee, weapon mount, you know, normal stuff here, nothing too crazy. Combat advanced settings, here you go. You can copy this all right here. Nothing too crazy going on there. And then overlay and behaviors, go ahead and copy this as well. Next thing we'll be taking a look at is graphics. Now I am playing on PC, but I will go ahead and show these, as you can still use the view part of this for console, but I'm going to go ahead and go through this real quick of what I'm rocking for those of you that are watching on PC currently. I'm mostly running things on low and normal, as I'm trying to maximize my frame rate when I am in game, and Black Ops 6 is quite a demanding game. But anyways, on to view. So this is where it can come in for my console players as well. Field of view 115. Now I was running it at 120, thinking that, you know, I'd want it to be more fast paced, but the amount of visual recoil in this game, you do not want it up all the way. And I'd argue you could probably even drop it a little bit lower than this. You can keep this unaffected. Another big thing that is on here is wide. Weapon field of view, you want this on wide. Same with vehicle field of view whenever that comes into play. But weapon field of view, this will allow you to have a minimal visual recoil and allow you to not have that blind spot with your gun, because as you can see, it actually will make the weapon look smaller, which makes, you know, you have more stuff to look at. Make sure all of your blur is off. If you're playing with blur on, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're just allowing your vision to be disoriented and allowing people to have the advantage on you. First person camera movement, please put this on lease. You are doing a lot of movement in this. There's a lot of explosions and a lot of animations for like bouncing off the ground and stuff like that. Put this on lease. You do not want this on default because you do not stand a chance against someone who only has 50% screen shaking compared to you. Inverted flashbang, I highly recommend this. I do not like having my screen go up white, especially when I'm playing in the dark and stuff like that. It about takes me out. So I highly recommend that as well. On to audio. So right now I do have the gameplay music turned all the way down, but that track for this is actually pretty good. So I mean, but I'm recording a video, so it's inconvenient. I do have it on headphone bass boosted on here. This allows me to hear footsteps very good. I do think they need to improve it though. And then voice chat, this is basically how I have the settings set up as well. And then for interface, really the only thing that I got too different on here is I do have my FPS and server latency on, which I highly recommend. If you want to put anything else on there, you can, but all that really matters is what my ping is and how many frames I'm getting, because that's what really affects me as a player. Readability, I don't really have this changed. I might mess around with some color customization stuff, but the game's already pretty bright. And then gameplay HUD is the big thing this year. You are able to completely customize your HUD. I'm currently rocking with standard as I'm, pretty used to playing Call of Duty this way, but there are so many different things you could do. Like, I honestly don't mind this classic one, but I would not stray too far out of it, just because it can really cause some issues with you having to adjust to it, and you're gonna have to get into that learning period of looking for the correct thing. But I would say stick to classic or either standard. I may make the adjustment to standard myself soon, but and then you got your HUD bounds for whatever kind of TV you have. Minimap shape, put this on square. I don't know why it reverted back to that. When you put it on square, it actually allows the minimap to be bigger and you can get more area to look at. And that's pretty much it. I do have player names abbreviated. I don't like seeing all the numbers in people's names, so if I put it abbreviated, it just shows their username. But that is all for my settings. Let me know what you guys thought of it below. We are so back for Black Ops 6. I'm looking forward to it. I will catch you guys next time.